This store yesterday made $906. This store today is doing around $695 and still tracking. This store yesterday did $1,227, and this store just today did $723 in revenue. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you my repeatable process. So this is not a process that we've done once, but 4 times across 4 different online stores for our customers. And I'm going to show you my entire process. If you're new to the channel, my name is Matthew. I run a company called The Business Builders. We build around 60 e-commerce stores. We get it to $1,000 a day, and then we hand it over to one of our customers. Now, some customers want to buy a business only doing $500 a day, and so we build them that. But overall, this is the process that I use to get brands to $1,000 a day and beyond. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly my process. It's repeatable, it's scalable, and I know this because we actually do it. So let's jump straight into it. So I'm going to be showing you my entire process on how we build these $1,000 a day businesses. Okay. So the first thing is we start with finding great products. Now, the way we do this is we go over to Callow Data, and I've created another video on how to do this in great depth. And this is going to be a bit of an overview video. So what we do, we go over to Callow Data, you can create a free trial. And basically from here, what we're doing is we're finding products that have recently taken off. So I'm looking for products that have recently gone from zero to $1,000 a day pretty quickly. So in the last 90 days. Now, the reason why we do this is because this shows us products that are basically don't have too much of a kind of a protective layer of their branding, which means that people are buying this product because of what it does, not who they're buying from. So think about Nike. They sell shoes, which is a bit of a commodity, and Nike is a brand people trust, so they buy from Nike. Now, we don't want to be replicating Nike because they've spent since the 90s trying to build their brand, but we do want to replicate or model brands that are selling products that have this uniqueness to them that causes people to buy. So in order for me to determine whether this product is actually worth selling or not, I want to make sure that the price is over $30 and under 100. Now, the reason why we want to get to this sweet spot is because most people online, when they go to buy a product, it's going to cost us around 10 all the way up to $30 to get a customer online. So within this price point, we're able to basically get products that are actually really suitable for acquiring customers and still making a profit. The way that you can test this is identifying its cost of goods with AliExpress and then timesing the cost of goods by 5. So for example, if a product costs $10 on Alibaba, I'm going to ask the question, can I sell it for $50? So you can tell this and get the answer to this by seeing how much they're selling on Callow Data and then finding out the cost of goods on AliExpress. Hope that makes sense. The next thing is I want to make sure that it fits in a shoebox. Now, the reason why we do this is because products that can fit in a shoebox are going to be lightweight, and ultimately the cost of shipping is not going to be too much, and it's not going to throw out our cost of shipping. Okay. So once I've got this, I normally do what's called shelving the product. So I'll actually build a spreadsheet like this, and I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. And this is an actual spreadsheet we've created for one of our customers a little while ago. And this is a list of all the product. And you can see we've done some analysis to see what the sale prices are. We've inserted the product images and all that kind of stuff. And now I've got all of my winning product in a nice spreadsheet, nice and organized. Once I've got all of my products in a spreadsheet and it's nice and organized, I'm then going to start building out my online store. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Shopify, create a new account and use atlas.ai, which is a app inside the App Store, and it's going to basically create an online store for me. I can insert my product cost of good link, the AliExpress link, and it's going to build out a store for that product. Once I've got my Shopify store created, I'm then going to go and create a meta ads account. So I need to have an advertising account. So you can go to your Facebook profile, then go and create a business manager, create an ad account. There's so many videos on this. So I'm not going to cover this in great detail. But once I've got my online store, I've got my ad account, I'm then going to kick off product testing. Now, this is where most people give up, but I'm going to show you how you can bake in your failures into the process and make sure that you're super profitable. Okay. So what I do is I'll create one product page and launch one product per day. Now, the reason why I do this is because most products are going to fail, but I already know that. So I'm going to test all the way up to 40 products in order to find 1 to 3 winners. So I'm going to repeat this process until I find three winners. And I'm going to show you how we test ads as well in the next little section. So just as an idea, our aim is to find two winners for every $5,000 spent on ads, which means that this is going to spit out a $1,000 a day business, and we're going to spend around $10,000 in order to be able to basically be able to find this. A lot of people are like, oh, drop shipping is no money down, it's super cheap. It is super cheap if you compare it to any business. So if you think about starting a lawnmower business, you're going to have to go buy the truck. You're gonna put the branding, you're gonna get the lawnmower, the whip snipper, the blower, all these supplements and all this stuff for the grass and all that kind of stuff. Supplements, probably the wrong word, whatever. Feed, blah, 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 I don't know. Right? So you're gonna at least spend 10 grand and you haven't even acquired one customer. Whereas with the Shopify store, you're able to basically get up and running at $1,000 a day for $10,000 upfront. That's not bad. That's a business that's going to be generating around $9,000 profit per month, which is an incredible income for you and your family. Okay, so after we've done that, I'm going to go through and show you my exact testing strategy on Meta. So what I normally do, and I've got another video that covers this in great detail, is we launch a testing campaign. So what we do is we launch one campaign with 10 creatives and 10 interests. So these 10 interests are going to be, for example, if we're launching a kitchen brand, which we did in another video, we're going to be doing different interests that are related to kitchen products. So we might do KitchenAid, we might do frying pans, we might do knives, we might do kitchen enthusiasts. We're going to do different interest groups in order to identify our winning interest group. Okay, so we've got 10 creatives inside of all of those 10 interest groups, and now we're able to basically find out what's the winning creative with the winning interest group. Now, to make sure that we're not overspending, these are the rules that I've set up. So we want to progressively kill any creatives or ad sets with a cost per click of over $3 and zero add to carts after $10. Okay, so you're going to make sure that your pixel is set up and all that kind of stuff, which I cover in another video. And this way, we're able to not overspend on anything that's not going to work for us. All right. Then after this is at the $1 to $20 ad spend, by the way. At $10 to $20 ad spend in the ad set, we want to find new interests that align with converting ones. So for example, if frying pans work really well, then we want to find more interest groups that relate to that. Or if we found that KitchenAid, which is a brand name, if that interest group performs really well, then we want to start targeting more and more competitors. Now, if, for example, we have zero sales, what you can do is you can go for a second try. Okay. If you've tested 20 interests and 20 creatives, kill the product and move on. Okay. So this is a gravestone. This is for when something dies. After that, if we've got zero sales and this is only our first try, right? We want to go back and repeat this same process. All right. So in summary, we've launched our campaign, nothing's happened. This is our first try. We've gone through and we've repeated this process again. 10 new creatives, 10 new interests. We go through again. If it's our second try, we kill it, it goes into the grave. We move on to a new product. Okay. So you might try a knife and it didn't work. So now you're trying frying pans and so on. So after that, once we are getting sales, so this is for when we're getting sales, we're making money. What you want to do is you then want to start scaling. So how do you scale? So once you've got 2+ sales and a good return on ad spend, okay, so good ROAS. Now from here, what you want to do is you want to start scaling your campaign budget optimization, which is the campaign we've created, right? You want to create a CBO with 3 ad sets containing your winning interest. So let's say, for example, the winning interest that worked really well was KitchenAid. What we want to do is we want to convert this into a CBO, which is a broad based campaign that optimizes not based on the ad set, but based on the campaign entirely. Then we want to launch 3 ad sets that are exactly identical, completely identical. You'll find that one may perform well, two may not perform well. So we're going to kill off those low performers based on these rules. Okay. Then from here, you want to start bumping budgets by 30% per day that is performing. So that way we go from spending 50 to 80 or whatever, and then you go from 80 to 120 to 120 to, etc. And it keeps going up and up and up until you're at $1,000 a day spending on Meta. Okay. And so this process has been what's allowed us to basically build brands and take them from zero to $1,000 a day, like I showed you before. And this is my exact process on how I used this brand. We got it to $695 a day. Last 7 days, I'll show you the results. Last 7 days, we're at almost $3,000 in revenue. This brand yesterday did $1,227 with this process. And if I go last 7 days and I click yes, this brand has done $7,988.72. This is what the revenue of the brand is. You can see this brand, we've done that same process. Yesterday, we did $906. Now let's look at the results of the last 7 days. We've done $4,112 in revenue and 74 cents. That's weird, 74 cents both times. Then this brand, I believe this is a relatively new brand. Last 7 days, what's the revenue? $3,661. And just to show you that these are all brand new brands. So if I go last 90 days, you can see this brand had no sales, and then all of a sudden we're starting to make very consistent results. And just remember, it's not going to be like completely blowing up, instantly. Our day one was $200, then 273, then a few days of nothingness, and then we did like $600 almost, and then we're slowly $200. We're slowly trying to figure out what products work, and now you can see that the upward trajectory is now starting. We did our first $753 a day. We did a sad $90 day. Then we're doing 732. Then we've got 400. We did 400, and then we did 700 again. So you can see that, growth is not linear. It's not like a smooth graph. Similar to weight loss and anything, nothing is, or marriage, nothing is ever very, very smooth. It's always going to have its ups and downs. But overall, last 7 days, you can see that the brand is actually shaping up pretty nicely. Same as this one, same as this one, and same as this one. Okay, so super exciting stuff. So I hope this has really been really given clarity onto the entire process that you need in order to take a brand from, zero to $1,000 a day. The overall process that I have used to basically create 60 brands a year. This is basically as many brands as I possibly want to create for our customers. And this has been an incredible, incredible achievement because this has taken us years to figure out. Now, if you're completely new to the channel and you're like, man, I want to learn more, how do I get more involved? We've got two options. So the first thing is you can join our full course. You can get access to our school community where you can get access to our full course, which shows you in great detail this entire process and also gives you access to our community. It's completely new, so you'll get very, very early access into that. The other option is you can even buy a business from us. We build businesses, get them to $1,000 a day, and hand you the keys on a silver platter. We coach you, we provide you the course. We even have our own app that shows you exactly how to do everything. So you can click one of those links down below. We've got the community and we've also got the opportunity to buy a brand from us. Now, if you're looking at this process, you're like, I want to give this a go myself without having to buy anything or invest into anything, then you can basically follow all my videos. I've shown you exactly how to do this yourself. I've held nothing back. And this has taken us years and years to master and perfect. Now, I hope this video has been helpful. If you did want a copy of this, you can comment down below and I will send it to you. But if not, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.